From your local election headquarters, more changes for voters in New York State, including right here in central New York. We want to bring in the two election commissioners for Onondaga County, Dustin Czarny, joining me via Skype. Michelle Sardo, we were trying to hook up via Skype. We just couldn't do it. Technology's great, but not perfect. But thank you both for joining us. Really appreciate it tonight.
Thank you.
So, Dustin, first off for you, and maybe we'll get Michelle on that Skype here. So I'm going to ask you the first question. So last night, if people didn't know, a judge reinstated the Democratic presidential primary for June here in New York. It had been canceled by the state Democratic board chair. What's this mean now?
Well, it means the presidential primary is back on. All 11 candidates that qualified for the presidential primary will be on the ballot for the June 23rd election. And this is in addition to the congressional primary, the city court judge primary, the family court judge primary, and Assembly District 126 primary that is already happening on that date as well.
So that means now that people will be getting separate ballots, right, Dustin?
Yes, I believe so. You know, this is 24 hours old for us as well. We're going to be working with our state board on the exact way that this is going to be delivered to voters. There definitely will be two different ballots, a presidential primary ballot and a local ballot. But the question is how they'll be delivered absentee-wise, whether they'll be in the same envelope or separate envelopes, and how we're going to give that to the voters at the polling place. Well, we got about 50 days to figure this out, so we're going to try.
Michelle, by the sounds of the way Dustin's explaining that, whatever way you slice it up, it sounds like a lot of extra work that it puts on you, your colleagues at the Board of Elections here in Onondaga County and others around the state as well.
Yes, it is a lot of extra work for us. We have to send out twice the absentee ballots once they apply, and we have to they go in 3 different envelopes, and we have to have enough staff to provide this, because we're going to be sending out, I would think about, we have to send out 160,000 absentee applications so far. So of all them, they're going to come back. There's going to be a lot of work for our staff.
Dustin, is there any worry with all these confusions? So we canceled things and moved some things from April to June, and then we had canceled the June presidential primary here in New York. Now it's back on again. I mean, any worry that there's going to be so much confusion, people just simply don't vote or they're not aware of what's going on in June?
Obviously, there's always going to be that worry. However, one of the things that we have the ability to do is that we're going to be mailing to every voter their absentee ballot application. And in that application, there's going to be some instructions on what is on the ballot and what they're eligible to vote for. So we believe that that will help cure some of this confusion, and that's going to go on sometime next week. And of course, we're going to be hitting social media. I'm sure you'll invite us back, you know, and I think we're going to be out there along with the campaigns trying to clear up the confusion for voters.
So, Michelle, what is it that people should be looking for in their mail so that they're not throwing things away, they're not campaign mailers or anything like that? What should they be getting from you, and will it be going out already, soon, in a week? What are we looking at here?
It should be going out within the week. Hopefully by early next week, everything should be going out. Anything that you see that comes from our office, the Board of Elections, please open it up and look to see what is inside of it, because it will be an absentee ballot application for those that are eligible to vote in the June primary. And if they choose that they don't want to go to the polls during early voting or election day itself, primary election day itself, then fill that application out and send it in to us.
And that is just an application, right? And it's postage paid. So fill it out, very simple, and just send it back to your office.
Correct. And then we will send you your ballot once we receive everything.
And lastly, for you, Dustin, maybe, as far as we know right now, as much emphasis as they're put on this absentee voting, as far as we know, there will be early voting and an election day, June 23rd as well, as it stands right now.
Yeah, and we have to by law. So we will be opening up. We're thinking about 160 polling sites. Is down from 172, and we'll have 6 early voting sites starting on June 13th, running through June 21st, and then of course the regular election day voting on June 23rd from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Dustin, Michelle, I thank you so much. Michelle, I promise you we will get that technology worked out for the next time. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.